In this training video, I'm going to be showing you how to play and edit MIDI notes. Now, playing and editing of MIDI is done on the piano roll or the MIDI editor. This is the piano roll of FL Studio. Piano roll is found when you click on the tab here, of whatever instrument you have selected from your step sequencer. Right now, we selected our piano module. Look at this green line, shows that we have selected the piano module, and then the piano roll of the piano module is what we can view here. Another way of selecting, instead of clicking on the tab, is to right click on the instrument and select piano roll like this, and then you have what? Your piano roll view of that instrument. Now, to play out notes on your piano roll, move your mouse cursor to the draw button, and at any point in the graph you can play out the notes that you want on the graph. Just click on it and then play out the notes. To delete notes, right click on the notes and the notes can be deleted automatically. To select notes, you can imagine we have notes played out like this. To select notes, click on the select button and then select. You can select all, or if you want to select a pair, you can select a set of notes instead. After you're done selecting, maybe you want to drag or cut or copy, you can click on the draw button and then select the notes, and then you can shift off anywhere you want to paste on your timeline. Now, take for instance, let's imagine that we have a piano note being played live. You have this being played. This was played from an earlier recording I just did, and then the pattern you have is this. Now watch the notes closely. Let's have a closer view to the notes. You will notice that the notes are not aligned together. From the first note to the second note to the third note, this is the third note, to the last note, they are not aligned together. Now there's what we call quantize. Quantize allows us to align each note. Now I can quantize manually by dragging each note, like this note for instance. I click on it and I drag to the point where I want to quantize it. But doing that for every single note is going to be very stressful. So what I'm going to do is there's a quick quantize that can automatically quantize all the notes that I have played. Now to do that, I would come here under the piano roll options, click, and then I select my snap to 1/2 beats so that it aligns with the next line, with the next beat on the bars. So for me to quantize, watch the lines here. The next tick line is for every bar here, and then here this note is off, this is off timing, this is off, this is also off. So to quantize, click on the piano roll options. Under tools, click on quick quantize, and when I click on it, you notice that all the notes are aligned together, and that is how to quantize notes. Now take for instance, maybe I want to shorten the length of the notes. All I simply do is I select all the notes, and I want to reduce the length of the notes. I can reduce the length of the notes, so you have this when I play. If I want to select, make it shorter. If I want to play a progression of the same notes but with shorter length, come under snap, and then I increase the length, increase the snap. So I have this. Now I want to play successive notes, so I play. See how easy that is to play different progressions on the same notes. Now this is what piano roll allows you to do. MIDI editing, it allows you to play out performances like you're a professional, even without having to play them in real time. So this is what I have in my piano roll now. I have these notes. Just to make this a little bit more interesting, let me create a simple drum pattern. So let me paint this into the playlist. I come to my playlist, select my pattern 1, and then I paint. And now for me to play out my drums, I select my drums to be on pattern 2. This is my drums, I paint on pattern 2. To paint on the playlist, just click on it and then align with the lines on the graph. So when I play my drums, so I want to play out my composition. I have this. So you see how easy it is to use the piano roll or MIDI editor to edit out notes and create beautiful music.